So for your PS4 game, you're going to want to take a look at the back of the game disc. And as you can see here, there are lots of smudges and there might be scratches that you might be able to see on the disc. And we're going to want to go ahead and clean these because that might be causing the problem with your game not loading on the PS4. You're going to want to use an anti-static cloth. As you can read in the bottom here, it is safe to use on DVDs. So if you don't already have an anti-static cloth, I will leave a link to this particular one down in the description below, and this is the one I recommend. I use these all the time. Okay, so let's get started with cleaning the DVD. And you're gonna want to take your anti-static cloth and kind of move it in a circular motion all the way around the disc, removing all those smudges that you see on the disc. So as you can already see, it's starting to look a lot cleaner, and I'll just get some of these other ones off of there. And there you go. After doing this a few times, you should have most of the smudges off. If you do have a few small scratches, you won't be able to take those out, but don't worry about it. But if you do see some deep scratches, that might be the reason why your DVD is not working, and you might actually have to buy another game disc. Okay, now that you verified that the game disc is nice and clean, we're gonna go ahead and put it back on your PS4. And then go ahead and try to launch the game again, and if it works just fine, then you're good. Okay, and if that didn't work out for you guys, I'm going to show you guys the next fix. Okay, for this next fix, you're going to want to go all the way up to settings here. And from here, you're going to want to scroll down and go to application save data management. So the first thing we're going to want to do is back up our game data for the game that we're having trouble with. So the game I'm going to be demonstrating with is Disney Infinity. So the first thing we're going to want to do is back up the game data for Disney Infinity either to the cloud if you have PlayStation Plus or to a USB storage device if you don't have PlayStation Plus. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to back up your data to the cloud storage. So you will go ahead and select the game that you're having trouble with and go ahead and press the X button. And then you're going to want to go ahead and press X again on the save data. And then we're going to want to go on the right and hit upload. And we've now backed up the game data for Disney Infinity in the cloud so that later, after we delete it, we can download it again if we need to, if that didn't solve our problem. The second way to back up your game data is to copy it to a USB drive. And before you do that, you're going to want to take your USB drive and insert it to the front of the PS4. Alright, now that you inserted the USB drive onto the PS4, let's go back to the PS4 screen. Okay, with your USB drive inserted into the PS4, go ahead and select copy to USB storage device. And then you're going to want to select the game that you want to back up. For me, it's Disney Infinity 3.0. This is the game data I want to back up. Go ahead and select the game data and then go down to copy. As you can see here, it's backing up the data to the USB drive and it may take a few minutes. Okay, now that we backed up our game data, we're going to go ahead and delete it. So we're going to go ahead and go down to delete. And this is going to go ahead and delete the game data from your PS4. So we're going to select the game that we want to delete the game data for. In my case, it's Disney Infinity 3.0. And then press X. Okay, and then go down to delete and go ahead and press X. And it's going to give you a warning that it will delete your saved data. Go ahead and click OK. Again, you're only deleting the saved game data for this game only, not your entire PS4. And it should be pretty quick. Okay, now that you deleted the game data for the game that you're having trouble with, go ahead and try launching the game again, and if it works, then you are okay. Now, if this didn't work for you, I'm going to go ahead and show you the last and final fix, which involves rebuilding the database on your PS4. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's get right into it. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and shut off your PS4 and go ahead and go to power, and don't enter rest mode, and make sure you do a full turn off of the PS4. So turn off PS4, go ahead and hit the X, and it's going to shut down your PS4, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright, in order to rebuild the database on your PS4, we're going to need to enter safe mode. In order to do that, we're going to need to get your PS4 controller, you see right here, and then you're going to need your original USB cable that came with your PS4 controller. Now you can try a different USB cable, but if it doesn't work, I will leave a link down in the description below where you can buy a replacement cable that's gonna work for sure. So basically, if you connect the cable and you hold down the power button and nothing happens, then that means you need a different cable. So go ahead and order it from the description below, and that will get you up and running. So go ahead and connect the USB cable to your PS4 controller or a SCUF controller if you have that, or any type of PS4 controller, but you will need to use the wired USB to it. And go ahead and plug in this into your PS4. Now if you plug it in on one of the ports and it doesn't work, go ahead and try another port. Okay, so with your PS4 controller hooked up with the USB wire to the PS4, you're gonna go ahead and hold down the power button for about 5 seconds until you hear 2 beeps. That's 1 beep, and that's the 2nd beep. Okay, so if you did everything correctly, you should see the safe mode screen up here in the left hand corner, and it's gonna say connect the DualShock 4 controller using the USB cable. And then we're gonna go ahead and press the PlayStation button, which should be right in the middle here. Now, if you press it and nothing happens, that means your USB cable is not good, and you need to either try another USB cable or purchase the one in the description below, because I know that that one works for sure. So go ahead and press the PS button, and then that will bring you to the safe mode menu here. So you'll see a bunch of different options, but the one we're interested here is number 5, which is rebuild database. And the good thing about this option is that it won't delete any files at all on your PS4. Everything will remain the same. It's just gonna fix some problems and corruption that might have happened on your PS4. We're gonna rebuild the database on your PS4. In order to do that, we're gonna get your controller and use the D-pad to go down to rebuild database. Again, this is not gonna delete anything on your PS4. It's just gonna fix a few problems in your system. So go ahead and press the X button. And it does tell you that it's gonna take a few hours, but it doesn't take that long. If anything, it'll take maybe 10 minutes to half an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild my database on PS4 just to show you guys that it doesn't delete any files at all. It's just gonna fix the lag on your PS4 and get your PS4 running like new again. So go ahead and go over to the right and then hit the X for OK. And you're gonna see it restart. And then it's gonna go through the process of rebuilding your database. Again, this is gonna take anywhere between 10 minutes to half an hour. If you have a bigger hard drive in your PS4, it may take longer. So you can see here, remaining time is pretty accurate on mine. This is gonna be right around a minute or 2. And you see it's almost done rebuilding the database. So you may see messages that have come up in the past. A lot of times when you have the system lag, messages get delayed. So you see a bunch of messages popping out after restarted. As you can see, no files got deleted. So this was the fix. And as you can see here, my PS4 is very responsive. No lag at all when navigating the menus. So if this video helped you out, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, as that would really help me out. Until the next video, see you then.